Okay.
Keith Grant just wrote. He says,
Huh?
"It is not music, in his opinion, if it cannot stand alone without the lyrics."
See, I love him. He's right. And I've been saying that for years in a lot of my music seminar studies. If you can hear this melody, because people send me songs all the time, and they say, "Walter, can you critique my song?" Okay, I said, "Don't worry about sending me the lyrics. Let me hear the melody."
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes music is the music. You got music and rhythm, which is part of time, which and consistency, which means the remembering. Like the rhythms is what make you remember.
Absolutely. That's good.
So then the music pulls the emotion. Lyrics just put the emotion into perspective.
Good.
You
I
get what I'm saying?
Yep, got you. Now, and I'm glad you say that because they have a word. It's called prosody. Okay, prosody. Now, prosody is, for instance, the hills are alive with the sound of music. Okay, now what they did was they took this melody, and when the melody went up, their lyrics determined the melody going up will determine how their lyrics go. So the hills are alive. Okay, so the music went up. Yes, but if they said the depths are below, then you see what I'm saying? Then the melody would have went another way. That's the perfect song. These cause #1 hits because what it does, it takes a person through an emotional experience
and give them a visual.
It give them a visual, absolutely.
Which makes them think.
That's good.
It's not much music today that makes people think.
Yeah,
and my issue today is like everybody want to turn up, have fun, but like, what about the other? Like, it's more emotion to your body and more than fun. Than music. It was sent to challenge, heal, like all of it, and not necessarily just in the like hallelujah, thank you Jesus kind of way. Because sometimes you don't need to be healed in that type of way. You just you know what I'm saying.
Get out of my controversy corner.
so it don't have to be no type of sexual thing. It could just be soothing. Soothing, like just heal, like calm, peaceful.
They've scientifically proven that.
Nobody knows that. All they think music is for turning up.
Yes.
And whatever else they
go into your
making love or baby this and that, or I make more money than you. I got this. I got this many cars.
That's control too. That's control. That's actually brainwashing, subtle brainwashing, subliminal control. And they use music for that too all the time. Think about the stores. When we go into certain stores, they have certain types of music playing because it generates a reaction out of the people. Classical music will cause certain people to buy things.
Yes, that's good.
We even use it in the classroom as a teacher. Whenever I need to calm a class down or excite my class, there's certain songs I will play through my iPod.
Watch this. Oh, go ahead.
No, so you're absolutely right. I mean, music has such an impact on the reaction of flesh, of animals. They even let music play and watched water move differently to the vibrations of music.
The snake and the snake come up moving up out of there. And that was my thing too. When I heard "Drunken Love," I had never heard that song from the top. But early this year, when they did it on the Grammys, I was in L.A. and I looked on my TV, and she turned around, and then you know the little chant she do at the front. I'm like, I had never heard this, so I didn't know that was a part of the song. I thought it was just something special she added for the
snake to move.
That's something she added for a Grammy thing. Then I heard the song, and I was like, no, that's part of the song. I said, what sense does that have to do with drunken love? Like
love, snake,
and then so I'm like
serpent.
You know what I'm saying? So the sound of the music, just everything is so sexual. The sound of the world, then
that's good.
You know,
and in that region of the world, they are very sexual.
Extremely.
And then little kids are listening to that. I heard my little niece singing "Drunken Love" and all this other crazy stuff because it's on the radio. Now, a regular person like, man, they don't know what that is.
They don't have to know.
Trust me, in a few more years, they gonna know about a quicker than I knew about it before I found out.
Absolutely right, because of the way the music is presented.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the sound of the world is that, and instead of challenging, it's just turn up, drunken love, like is encouraging sex, everything that we shouldn't be doing. Like we gonna get sex. That spirit is gonna be around after you done learning and imparting all types of knowledge, everything. Them spirits will still be there.
It's a young man talking old.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's why.
He got some wisdom.
Yeah, I told you. That's the other part of him. He got it. Now watch this. In Marshall Field, downtown Chicago, State Street.
Marshall Field?
Yeah.
He gone, man.
Yeah, before he was gone. Okay. Around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock on a certain day, a song will go over the what do you call it?
The PA system.
The PA, okay. It would be this. When a man love a woman.
Yeah. Can't think of nothing else. I ain't thinking nothing else of loving a woman right now.
Okay, now.
That song is on my phone.
Now, watch this, Al. Guess what happens during that time of the week, of that hour when that song plays? Guess what happened in Marshall Field? Anybody want to take a wild guess?
Underwear.
Thank you, sir. They sell more underwear. They sell more men underwear when that song is played than they do the entire day or the entire week. Why do you think that happens?
Because women are in the store thinking about how much their man loves them.
That's it. Absolutely.
And they say, my man needs some clean drawers.
Yes,
I don't feel like washing them.
I need to figure this thing out and get in inside everybody's head.
Yeah, the word is subliminal, isn't it?
It's subliminal.
Yes.
And why do you think that has such an impact on our community socially? Because what they're pushing in the music industry to our young people, and mind you, this man across the table from me is young, but he has a different scope on music. So his level of success is already higher. If you want to change your people, change their music.
Yes.
If you want to change your people, change their music.
Change their music. Yeah. And that's a good way.
Sing unto the Lord a new song. Keith Grant is at it again. He says, so what is loop track doing? Luke, what is he saying? So what is loop tracking doing to
loop
music?
Tracking
yes, making loops versus actual music with progressions and beginnings and endings. Well,
I mean, history repeats itself because I mean, we talked about rock and roll last week about the influence of rock and roll over on the parents as well as the children's life in the 50s.
Okay,
it was rebellious music, and they burned the records, and the parents did because it was a culture issue, not so much about the music, but they was afraid of what it did to the mentality of their children, and so hip hop is the same thing today. With the parents of the day saying, "We don't please," because when I hear hip hop, the parents are saying, "I see these wild. I see gold teeth. I see sagging pants.
Don't believe
I see a gun in his
now,
right hand.
That's what it changed. Now, when you look at Run DMC. And all the rappers I don't know a whole lot about rap, but all the rappers of that age, when you listen
the 80s and early 90s,
what they was their message was slightly different from what's going on here. But then Dr. Dre, and was it Eazy-E that left and started rapping when somebody? Then he brought in the dissing.
Sure,
he brought in dissing.
Sure.
The hood they gonna always follow. You know,
Ice Cube.
You know that.
Yeah, Ice Cube. Yeah.
They gonna always follow like what the rappers doing. What's that one rapper started wearing pink camera, and then remember that in like 2004. Then now men not scared to wear pink. Not to say that we wrong for wearing pink, but the point I'm saying. In the hood, that's what they gonna follow.
That's what I'm wearing next week for the pink perspective next Tuesday.
But I don't have it. I wear pink. But I'm saying rappers and people in the hood per se wouldn't even wear that type of stuff. So they gonna do what they seeing those guys do.
Absolutely, so and that's what they were afraid.
Dissing is cool to them.
Dissing is cool. So going back to the persuasion that the world have on the church, is this now going to can it affect the church now? Because our music, you go to an average church service now, you're gonna hear some secular. You're gonna hear it.
I think people are forgetting the world. We ain't just stealing the world music. First of all,
you saying we're taking it back?
We're making the world's music.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
okay.
You understand me?
Wow.
Michael Jackson, he came from some religious background. He wasn't in the church.
Right.
Whitney Houston, they came from the church.
Sure.
Everybody else, they're starting in the church now. Those people, they were taken out of the church early, so the church didn't get soaked in them like it soaked in me.
Has the church standards dropped?
Man,
I don't know what the church standards was, but I come from a family with old standards, so I believe they have.
I can stand on the Sears Tower. Well, it's not the Sears Tower anymore. What is it?
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
I can stand, and I will declare that the standards have definitely been dropped. But I think we can take something and go too far with it, though, in church. Mm-hmm. Because then you go into churches and you don't know whether you are in the club or you are in church.
So flexibility has become flimsy.
It has.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I notice one thing. Whenever you have a significant revolution, it's moved and powered by song. Mm-hmm. And I think our community has not embraced the proper revolution for the music to have its place. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. Even back in when Joshua and the wall of Jericho fell, it was until the trumpet sound and the praises went forth that the wall actually tumbled.
Yes.
Think about We Shall Overcome in the 60s. I mean, we had songs that pushed and motivated us. You needed, whenever there's great work to do, you need a great song. So somewhere out there, even in you, young man, there's a great song because there's a great work to do. Right. It's time to release it.
Right.
Music it's a unifying thing. Me and my brothers, and our family, we come from a family that fights a lot or twirls within ourselves. So me and my brother, we fought a couple of times this year. We not fist fight, but words and things.
Iron sharpens iron.
And one day we were on the way to my sister's concert, and we got into a real bad. And he got out the car, and we was downtown going to the west side. He walked. I'm like, man, we just got into this bad. Never got into it like this. We got to play a concert. You got to play bass. That's gonna be weird, that's what I'm thinking. Then I was like, music always keep us together. By the end of that, it was just cool. Like we was able to at least because we went and played together, and it just breaks up the foul ground.
Man, and it brings healing.
You know what I'm saying?
Peace, amending.
I love that example, because music do soothe the savage beast, don't it? It really do.
Or inspires.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the music is either going to unify us to progress us or keep us all on the page headed towards the wrong direction.
Yes. And that should be the name of some of y'all's group, Wrong Direction. Because some of your gospel groups, you're heading, I'm headed to the wrong direction. I was there. Should have made a left turn. The other way. And that's true. And that's why praise and worship, or the praise team, have an extraordinary, huge responsibility at the beginning of services.
Very impact,
yes, because you can choose the wrong song
and mess it up
and screw it up, or you can choose a great song, but it's at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's get out my controversial corner, please.
Yeah, there are things that can be going on, and you say, let's do William McDowell. No, it's not William McDowell time.
Yes.
No.
That's also the ones who like to worship, but they don't understand the worship has this moment. They too scared for the traditional church. Sure. I don't like super traditional, but traditional it came with something that it offered us. We don't need that 100% all the time today, but we need it a large amount.
It has its place.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And when it's time for it, we need that, and insert them when we need it. But some people, they run from it because that's old school church.
Sure.
That's a lack of knowledge that you have.
And ability, because it's harder to play traditional than it is contemporary.
Yeah. Now,
on piano, I would say.
It is.
It's harder to play that music.
Piano as well. And my only issue is for when it starts getting to all the rhythms and stuff. It's like, I'm going to call Marcus.
As we come for a break, I want to explain that, Alvin. And I want you to piggyback on the comment you just made. You said it's harder to play
traditional. Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. We'll find out what that's all about. Not sure if I got anything at the top of the hour. I got anything, D? Top of the hour? Same mix? Okay, that's cool. Then we can come back in on it. All right, this is UBM, the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Worried about paying your light bill? CARE programs offer help so you can stay in the light. To see if you qualify, visit ComEd.com/care or call